We're starting this one off without poison on, so fingers crossed that we get off to a slightly better turn one than we did on the last game. Yeah, okay, I'm not sure that theory works. And there's only 3 of us, and we're only on hard difficulty. I don't know what happens if we turn up with 4 of us and we're on expert difficulty, whatever the level above is. Well, this stench can only mean one thing. Living corpses. They are big and hit hard, but boy are they slow. Oh, they also have a fondness for vomiting. Keep on your toes and hit them from range and you should be fine. So the other thing that these guys do quite a lot is self-damage. I'm seeing that, Simo. Like, I've been playing on normal with my online friends and that's almost a little bit too easy. This has gotten to outright crazy. I want to try and move people backwards. So I know these guys generally move 1 or 2 a turn, and they are often slow. So this seems like a good net shooter opportunity. So it's range 3. So if I net shooter here, I can pin these 2 guys down. Particularly the elite means he can't move. Ideally, we'll just keep him immobilized most of the game. So let's start by getting that one locked in. It also means we can go quite quickly. Now, what do we want on the second round for our Tinkerer? Or the bottom card, I should say. Boot, helmless contraption, heal 2, move 4. Move 6, heal 2, attack 5, range 2. On the assumption the living bones are probably going to have more movement speed, what I'm going to do is lock in the shield card. So at the very least we can shield our allies. So net shooter, shield, seems good for the Tinkerer. Scoundrel. Do I just get you working on finishing off these 2 with some throwing knives? On your next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. And maybe what we do is queue up single out so that for the rest of the run we've got it locked in because we've got a fairly big room here and a fairly big room here. The elite is likely to die slower than the non-elite, so it's naturally going to work. Now in terms of the brute, what are we expecting? So we've locked these 2 down. These 2 are likely to move at most 1 square, so they're not a challenge this turn. The skeletons are probably coming over. Now with most of the skeletons you can see up here they have an innate target 3 and an innate target 2, so there is a greater than 0 chance, which is Gloomhaven, clearly means it's going to happen, that both of these guys are coming down here and we're going to get hit up to 5 times. So some shield and some retaliate might be something that we can get going on. So what about if we do eye for an eye and warding strength? Because it's probably going to take us a couple of turns to get rid of these guys. So we've got 10, 18, 19 in terms of initiative. These are going to be slow. Hopefully we beat the skeletons. Important we beat the skeletons with the brute. See where we get to. Okay, so timings have worked out. Moving 1, moving 1, moving 3, moving 4. So I think we predicted fairly well where everyone was going to end up. So I don't think we materially need to change the plan that we're going through. So let's get going. -1. Good. +1. Okay. And we'll end the scoundrel's turn. Or... So what's the scoundrel going to do next turn? Do we want to use our stamina potion early and just pull back throwing knives just so we can essentially play the same kind of thing? The other thing we can do is sort of try for a backstab or a flanking strike. So move in, backstab, and then use flanking strike on the way out. Yeah, let's try a turn like that. So brute. So retaliate. Get up. End the brute's turn. So we're going to click here. We're targeting 2. Do we want to turn on the initiative goggles so we can try and make sure we get a good roll? Because we're within striking distance of being able to take this guy out. Maybe not this turn, but next turn. Okay, so we hit 3 and 3. And this should give all our allies some shield. Yeah. Okay, so we've protected our brute quite well from the incoming skeleton strikes. Okay, let's hit that. Receive 5 damage. Okay, it wasn't quite anticipating him attacking the Tinkerer, but never mind. So immobilized, immobilized. Okay, so I think in general this has gone roughly where we wanted it to go. So we need to work out what's next up. So an overwhelming assault on the Living Bones Elite doesn't seem terrible. It's probably going to make sure that we finish it off and just get it out and keep him away from the Tinkerer. So I'm going to queue that one up. But we need to try and make sure we're going earlier than other people are. And then what about a spare dagger? Because then we could just go over to the Living Bones on the other side. Or we could do a provoking roar and make sure that it doesn't attack the scoundrel. But I think we're probably thinking move the scoundrel over here. But if we move the scoundrel over here, she's very, very close to the Living Corpse Elite. Let's play it safe. Let's queue Shield Bash up. Because it's just going to make sure we've got plenty of protection. Okay, Tinkerer. So if we ink bombed with the Tinkerer, we are probably taking out this one, doing a lot of damage to this guy. And if the Tinkerer goes before the Scoundrel, then our plan can be to make use of the bonus we gave our Scoundrel at the start on single out. So how do we set that up? Now the other thing we want to do is also try and burn 2 cards on 1 round. That was the Tinkerer's objective. But I don't want the Tinkerer to go that slowly. Let's save that one for a few little bits. For a bit later. Move 6. Attack 5. Move 4. Move 3. Loot 2. Heal 2. So what if we did... This would get our objective fulfilled and likely takes out that second skeleton. I think that's not too bad, right? Plan Ink Bomb takes out this one. Now we need to make sure that the Scoundrel goes after 18. And then has a movement available to it. Move 3. So what if we did this? So this guy's likely to be dead, Ink Bomb. Move 3, apply poison. Hit Thieves. Oh. Nope, can't do that because they're both bottom cards. So what do I have as a top card with an attack? So a backstab. Yes, so move 3, apply poison, backstab. That's almost certainly going to crush the elite. Except the living corpses are going first. Target one adjacent enemy. Okay, so moving 2, attacking 5, attacking 4. So the Brute's turn. So we said we wanted to make sure we pulverize the elite. Okay, elite down. Put some shield up on us. End Brute's turn. So, Ink Bomb next. Now, we could, in theory, Ink Bomb the top 2 or these 2. Does it matter to us? I think I want to go for these ones. One living elite down. And we're getting there with the next one. We're going to take that out. Now, we wouldn't normally burn 2 cards on a turn, but we have the this Ravager here, which we should now have met as a result of that action. So planning for the next turn, the Brute has a couple of cards that allow us to damage things in front of us. So a Sweeping Blow or a Leaping Cleave are both going to be able to hit 3 enemies. So what's the way that we plan out the best way to basically manage that next turn? Because the Elite has 4 health left. These have 9. So we're going to be able to deal 5 damage with this card at the top. So if I run around here, poison this guy, and then backstab, that's 3 plus 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. Poison makes 6. If we get any sensible modifiers, we're going to be in a pretty good shape with this guy. Okay, we got a +1. So we're in pretty good shape to turn him, kill him next turn. So we're going to go with Provoking Roar just to make extra safe that our squishies don't get hit. Now, do we think we want Sweeping Blow or Leaping Cleave? So this is 3 damage to 2. This is 2 damage to 3. What's our Tinkerer likely to be doing? So our Tinkerer has a stun. No reason not to stun something. And then maybe heal ourselves. Our Scoundrel. So the Scoundrel can make sure that she takes out the elite. And then where would she move to? So the Scoundrel could actually take out both of these this turn. Meaning I could do something different with the Brute and maybe just try and focus down the last elite. Or can I get... That's 4. Tinkerer is going to stun 1. Attack 3. Attack 2, disarm. So I don't think we quite have enough damage to get everyone killed this turn. Like, unless I can do something different with the Tinkerer. To do both of these, and then that should give us enough damage up here to get us going. Okay, so they're attacking with lots of damage this turn. So we said we wanted to do attack 3 down here to make sure that we finish off the elite. Attack 3 over here. What are we going to do next turn? We're probably going to end up doing some long resting next turn, so that's okay. So now let's make sure we do an attack 2 and a disarm. And we'll just do a normal attack too. So do I want to stun, or should I just be preparing to do some will attack, because that's what I plan to do. And I want to make sure I heal the Tinkerer. Okay, end Tinkerer's turn. So it's an attack 3. Let's go with the trample on here. And we'll do a loot. No, loot 1 is the top. So I don't want to move out of a hex adjacent to a monster because of my objective. But I've only got 1 topside attack card. Okay, let's see what the Scoundrel is likely to do. So she could do some looting. So I could do a pull or two, and then I could Venom Shiv. To attack and do some poison. So right now we've queued up 3 damage and another 3 damage. That's probably going to be enough. So let's ideally line up grab and go, because then we could move over towards the door. Then the Tinkerer. I want you to work on some looting, Tinkerer. I don't particularly want to use the hook gun. I like that for traps. I'm going to line up Potent Potables so I get some healing ready to go for the next one. That's a top level card. Then a bottom level. 3 gold, 6 gold. Then I'm going to move over here. With Restorative Mist. That will just top up Mr. Brute. So move 1, attack 3. So no reason not to go with the plan that we put in place. Pull. Whack. Then we're going to move over here. Bit of healing. End of turn. 6 gold. We'll take some damage, that's okay. Two. Get you over towards the door. Okay, so next turn's plan. Everyone's going to do a long rest. There's no enemies here. We haven't opened the door. We'll get back our cards. Unless I feel like doing a bit of looting with the Tinkerer who's got more cards left. Maybe the Tinkerer doesn't need to long rest. I got a loot 1 on the Tinkerer. I do somewhere, right? Or did I burn that? Loot 2. Okay, so Tinkerer's going to short rest and move here. That's fine, I don't really use the decoy card. So no, you are going to do... I want to save the trap, because I think that's helpful for when we get through the door. Stun shot, I like. We're going to do Restorative Mist. And Reinvigorating Elixir, because then I can heal myself. Okay, so 1 room down, everyone full health. Select a card to burn. How much Retaliate have we got up at the moment? Not much. We'll take out Grab and Go. Scoundrel. We'll lose the special mixture. think that card's more useful in the first room than the second room because we're often got less control over where everyone comes. So how do we want to do this? Having a stun is really helpful because that means we can run in and get close. We definitely need some movement cards. So let's try sweeping blow. And shield bash. Ideally, brute goes early. So I can have you move on the bottom. Either flanking strike or throwing knives. We'll do throwing knives this turn. So stun shot's nice because I can either take the move or the stun. I now want another card that's sort of got a similar style move and something else on the top that's interesting. So both of these look quite good. So I can pick the one that is going to give me the most value from my move. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Tinkerer can make it into there. Knowing nothing about what's going to come through the door, that seems good. Okay, so what have we faced with? The smell is worse in here. There are even more of them. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 elites, 3 living corpse elites, 2 normal living corpses, and some skeletons, because last time wasn't enough. So they are attacking 6. So they're not doing anything. So I think we move here and we stun the living corpse elite. Ah, but we'll move next to him, but because he's stunned, he can't attack us. Okay. So he's now stunned. We'll end the brute's turn. So these guys are shielding, but it's not innate shield, so we don't mind too much about that. So I can move 4. 1, 2, 3. So the trap play isn't going to work because I can't get anywhere to lay the trap. So we're going to use this movement to go here. Then we'll just do a bit more damage to that guy. It's nice when they take damage to themselves. So we have a move 5 card. So where do we want to move to? So we can move over to here. That makes us a little bit exposed on the next round. We could move here as well. And then we could target 2. So we'd be able to target both of those 2. Three damage there. Okay, so what are we expecting people to do now? So everyone's coming towards the brute. So the brute needs to get the retaliate up so he's at least dealing out some damage, and ideally get something with some armor on. So we could do a nice trample with the brute and put him over into this corner. We could short rest and then get a stun shot to keep going with suppressing this guy. So that gets the brute over here. Then where does our... So a smoke bomb is going to give us double the value of the attack. So do we do a sort of smoke bomb 1, 2 and move to try and take out a bit more damage on the elite? No, but that's a top and a top. Smoke bomb, and then I think we sort of move into position maybe here for the next turn. That seems okay. So brute, you are doing trample, but I need you to get something earlier than that. So you go earlier on. What about a spare dagger, so that when you get to the other side, you're in a position to... Actually, it's probably not a problem if the brute goes late, because it might mean that they'll move further forwards and I can hit even more of them. So let's do that. And then the bottom... Yeah, that seems okay. So, Tinkerer. So the Tinkerer's line of sight allows him to hit here. So if I was to do hook gun, I could pull him here. Would I then be able to work out how to use the Scoundrel's invisibility to deal some massive damage? How would that kind of play out? Because I could hook gun and then energize and tonic to get miles away from everyone. So this gives us a Thief Snack, gives us a attack 3 and a smoke bomb invisibility. It means we could deal 6 damage plus what our Tinkerer is doing. But it means she has to go after the Tinkerer. So this kind of ordering. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so living corpses aren't moving. Neither of the living bones is. So I think our plan works. So we can pull him here. Because the Scoundrel will end up invisible, no one's going to deal any damage to us. Okay, problem. I didn't count the range properly. That was me being silly. So let's reschedule that. Undo. So I think we could... How do we pull so that I can move in the right position? So every square, it has to get closer. So I can pull the living corpse here, but then he can hit me. So what cards has she got? Invisible and attack 3. Okay, so we'll do a slight change of plan. We'll attack this one after having become invisible. It's not a disaster. So what do we do with... where do I want him to be? If I put the Tinkerer somewhere like this... he's kind of out the way, but also in a position to deal some damage next turn. So if I attack here, that's probably the right target to attack, and then we'll just skip the pull. Oh, we got a +2. That was extra nice. And we'll end the Tinkerer's turn at this point. So, invisible. And we're getting a +2 attack from that one. So this may well be enough to finish this guy off. Let's engage our goggles to make sure we get a good roll. 11 damage. We'll end our scoundrel's turn. So our brute. Now, do we still want to do the same strategy? So trample's not quite getting us as much damage now. It's going to let me move over to there. No, it's not. It's going to let me undo waypoint. Ah, if I put the boots on, I could go around this way. That would be very, very cool. And I could stun both of them up, because they're going to attack for 5 damage each. So now they are both stunned. So I've got spare dagger. I can attack 3 with a range of 3. This is going to be a disadvantaged attack, unfortunately, because I'm a ranged attack next to them. But I think we've dealt enough to... yeah, we dealt enough to deal with him. So we'll end our brute's turn. Okay, so what's our strategy for this turn? So how much have we got left? Oh. I failed. Never leave a hex adjacent to a monster. I'm not sure how we failed that one. Okay. So we do have our retaliate up, but it doesn't last for longer than the round. I can attack 2 and disarm. That seems good, and then I can move over here and act as meat shield. So we want him to go first. Right. Attack here, cancel, get 3 squares so that we are closer to anything dangerous than the Tinkerer is. Scoundrel. So move 5. So move 2. So the scoundrel could move 2, attack 2. But I haven't got a move. If I took this, used the move, I could then flanking strike here and probably get rid of him. That's a better plan. So then you need a different strategy. Because you don't have enough movement cards. Move 3. We'll try the retaliate just in case we do get attacked. And now Tinkerer. So the brute is going to ideally be in front of you. So what should you do? Because all you can do is short rest to start with. So do you reckon Wibble, do you reckon I fouled it when I did the leaping through them all? Is it good to burn stun shot? I think we're probably... I'd like to keep stun shot. Okay, we'll burn hook again. Stun shot seems too valuable. Because I can now stun the elite with stun shot. Ideally, I'd like to line them up and get a flamethrower going, so maybe that's next turn. So how many cards does... So this would work really nicely with Revigorating Elixir, because the Brute's going to come down here and then I can recover Brute's cards. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks guys, that's good to know for the future. So the Living Bones aren't doing anything. These guys are moving and attacking. Okay. I'm worried at this rate we run out of cards to kill everything, but we'll see. So move 2. So how many cards does she have left? Trying to work out if I should use the stamina potion. We'll probably short rest next turn. Okay, so I want you to move 3 to here. Because that's only a place you can really move to. They don't need to... No one's moving, right? Yes, they're moving 1, so Retaliate will help. Because this guy's going to move and attack, so I can deal a little bit of damage. And we'll put the shield up, because we're going to take some damage this turn. And we'll end the Brute's turn. And we will end the Tinkerer's turn. Take less damage by using the shield we set up. Okay, so cards wise, she's okay. So she needs a short rest at minimum. Attack 5, move 5. I still got some movement cards left, that's okay. So flanking strike on the living corpse seems fairly good. So we'll use the bottom half of this to move 2, and then we'll flanking strike and we'll take care of him. So can I leaping cleave in to get these 2? With a move 3... So a normal move 2 or move 3. Get to there. And then leaping cleave. Which would deal 3 damage. And we've got to do that. So this one first. And that one. Tinkerer. So where would you have to be to use flamethrower? So you'd have to get to here. Then I could, in a sort of diamond shape. So is that what I have to do? Restorative Mist, Flamethrower. Can I make you do Provoking Roar? Probably not. Okay. So plan is Scoundrel's going to take care of this guy. Brute, you're going to go over here. Now what's the order of targeting? The targeting order is lower initiative. Is it lower or higher initiative my side that's targeted first? So ideally I want to get the living corpse attacking the brute, not the scoundrel, not the tinkerer. So I think we do it that way, so that the brute gets there first. Because I think the initiative is, they will target the lowest initiative my side if it's a choice. Okay, that's worked out. Okay, because they're now coming between me. So attack 5, attack 6. But ouch, that's going to hurt. That's going to be 11 damage. Move to attack 3. Okay, so we need a slight rethink. There's no way I can take 11 damage. So let's start with... Oh, I've misread the timings on it. I thought it was 2 and I could get there. Misread the range even. I can't get there. Okay. So I think we have to go over to here. Use flanking strike. We'll skip and then we're going to use the stamina potion to bring it back. So that we have it for next turn. That was a misplay. So can I move over this way? And then attack with the range. I think I can. I might have just given myself too much damage to deal with. Let's find out. So I'd have to move here to use the flamethrower. So can I get here? Then I can flamethrower the elite. Let's try that. Let's just hope we can deal enough damage to him. One health left on the elite. So we'll do a sweeping blow. I need to get retaliate back, I think. No. Okay, so if we retaliate here, and then I need to get the Tinkerer to be healing. So you need this and this. So you can move 2, take care of the living bones. Tinkerer. So you can lay up, you need to short rest, and then you're going to exhaust anyway. So you will lay a mine here to try and encourage someone to stand on it. So move. Then skip. Okay, so this should die. No, we hit a -2 modifier. So even with all of our bonuses, we still can't do it. Okay, even more shield on the skeletons. So let's... Where do I want to create the trap? So the Tinker is exhausted, so I don't mind if he's attacked this turn. I was sort of hoping, I was wondering if I could create a setup where there was no other option. Let's do the heal. Because the Tinkerer will exhaust this turn anyway. He doesn't have enough cards left. No damage. Okay, how much health have you got? 8 of 10. Okay, we can save 1 turn, I think, before we use that. That's down. Ouch. So sweeping blow. That's all we can do this turn. Scoundrel, you have to short rest. Ah, interesting Wibble. Okay, let me see if we can use him as a bit of a meat shield then. So then we're gonna try and have the Scoundrel work on heading over here. With move 2, that's 5 damage. The shield might make it hard. So, move first. Hitting -1 is not going to be helping us much with their shields. We'll end the Scoundrel's turn. We might as well do the multiples. +1, -1. Okay. So what have we got coming up? Attack 2. Okay, we shouldn't die this turn. Says hopefully. An unavailable card. Take the damage. Okay. So I think this is it for this one. We're going to have to try again. I don't think there's anything discarded that I can do anything with. No. Tinkerer exhausted. Okay, Brute exhausts as well. And so there's a Scoundrel. Well, at least we timed it so they all exhausted on the same turn, even if we didn't successfully complete the mission. Defeat. Okay, we're going to give that a second try, knowing what we know now. So it's definitely way more monsters than I expected in that second room. Okay, we're not going to read the text because I read that last time. Okay, so I think this is a slightly different layout, but I can't remember. I feel like there was more living corpses on this side the first time we tried it, so this is going to be slightly different. And that room is laid out differently. That room was this way, so there must be some randomness that goes into the level generation. Okay, so I think same basic strategy. They're clearly going to be coming towards us in terms of living corpses. So we want to get this guy over here. Warding strength did us really well, so I'm going to get that one queued up. Do I have any sort of range attack here? May as well try that. Tinkerer, you move back a bit. So where's your high attack damage? So using the trap, see if we can get the Tinkerer to put a trap down. So if I put a trap here, I should be able to pull someone into it later on in the game. Then we're going to apply a shield. But that also uses up my flamethrower, which is helpful. Toxic Bolt, range 2. So let's go. I'm going to get the Tinkerer to go late, hopefully so that he can use the range 2 attack. Probably on the elite. Okay, Scoundrel. I need to keep you closer this time, because otherwise what you're going to do is cause a distraction. I'm going to single out going first of all. So then can you range 3? 1, 2. And then I want you to go late. So the plan is to have the 2 ranged guys go late so that these can each have ideally moved 1 closer. Let's see what happens. Okay, so they're all moving north. Okay, so that's not quite going to work out for us. We'll see what we can do. So Brute, do this first of all. Let's attack the elite. We're going to need to work on getting him... That's not bad. 4 damage. Take that. So, Tinkerer. Now, I want to create a trap here. I'm going to have so many opportunities to pull someone into it later in the game. Ideally, this guy. So, you don't have anything within 2 points, so I'm just going to use a normal card and we'll skip the movement. Ideally, I want to pull that card back. Because I'm going to use it again. Okay, end Tinkerer's turn. So, range 3. 1, 2, 3. So do this one first. It's a shame I couldn't get anyone closer, but all in all, I don't think it's the world's worst round. Okay, so Tinker is definitely going for some hook shots pulling. But there's a lot of them. So is there any way I can do something else? So attack 3, disarm. It's not close enough. So what if I move forward 1? Trample's not going to do me any good. So just using the pull may or may not be great. Ideally, I want to be pulling this guy. So let's get Retaliate up on him and Provoking Roar. Let's do that. Tinkerer. Pull. Where's the pull? Hook gun. So we're going to pull the skeleton here, and then what can we do on the end? Then we're going to play a shield. Keeping flamethrower might be helpful. Let's aim to go later, because then I can heal up any damage that's happened. No, but we're hook gunning, so I need to be earlier. So I need to make sure I pull him there. So I need to go very early. Okay, Toxic Bolt. No, that's a top card. Fine, that'll do. Restorative Mist. Scoundrel. So ideally you can swing around and deal a little bit of damage there. Move 5, move 6, pull 2, range 3. Move and poison. So you could move, poison, and then attack. Yeah. Move, poison, flanking strike. I think that's good. Okay, so these living bones elites are moving a lot. Everyone's moving a lot, actually. So the scoundrel's turn. So you are moving 3. Poison. Flanking strike, but that should... Awesome. We gotta love our rolls this game. Retaliate. Okay. Thankfully we queued up the meat shield to be ready to go. So these guys are moving 3, moving 2. Yeah, so we're going to use the arm item to get the armor up. And the brute's turn. Nice! We might one-shot the elite this time. And we did. Okay, we haven't had too many good rolls, but not going to complain at that. Come on, hit me again. Nice. The reason I wanted to hit me again is because of the retaliate being up, so I'm getting some free damage. And because retaliate damage goes through the shield, it's especially valuable against the skeletons. So this is where I think the flamethrower comes in. So because I can flamethrower here, do quite a lot of damage over here. So I'm going to go for that. And then I need something on the bottom card. Let's do a toxic bolt as well. I need to burn 2 actions in 1 turn anyway, so I think that's okay. And we'll do that early. Or am I better off going later? Wondering if I should let this guy try and move in. No, that sounds a bit greedy because I might get my brute killed. Okay, you. Now you need to take care of this guy. So I don't want to burn that card if at all possible. I burnt too many cards last time. So we'll do attack 3, poison 1. Here. And then maybe we'll just do a loot 1, because there's probably going to be a bit of loot around. And she will go later. That's all I can manage. Okay, the brute. So I think we have enough damage with flamethrower to get rid of these guys. So how can I leap? Can I move over? Attack 4 and stun. So I could attack 3 twice around here. That seems okay. So no reason not to queue up a sweeping blow, because worst case I can move. So attack 3, pierce 2. That makes sure I can get rid of the skeleton. We'll do a shield bash. I think we're probably okay to actually be a bit later. Let's try that. Okay, so living corpses aren't moving, so it's not going to matter too much. So we said we wanted to do shield 1 here. What does the flamethrower do by default? 3 damage. Okay. So we're going to attack here. Now we've got Toxic Bulk queued up. Just make sure we do that. Oh wow. Okay, that's bad because I've been pushed back. Okay, this is really bad. So I wanted the attack 3 because he's already poisoned. So I need to move 2. We'll go there. So we'll get the gold, and then we're going to make sure we get this done. Okay, 12 damage. Okay. So a couple of missteps there, but nothing terrible. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to leaping cleave so we can get forwards. And I lost my bonus because I got pushed back now. So do I leaping cleave and then overwhelming assault? I think I need to deal some damage. So yes, let's do that. Scoundrel, ideally you're taking that guy on. So I could pull you. So I have to pull you next to me in order to do this. That seems dangerous. So you've got 8 health. So you've got 8 health. I've got a 2. I've got a 5. I've got a 7 in order to backstab you. And I could use that to walk over. But if you've only got 3 health left, so you are liable to die. And I can't go late. So the advantage of going late would be if I can go much later than them, they can move, not be near me, and then I can go in and attack them. So what's the Tinkerer planning on doing? Have I got a stun shot? I do. So let's use the stun shot on him. And then let's do a heal. Okay. So this means I can now do the plan that I had in mind, which was we'll move forward 2 and then we'll backstab. Like that. Nope, I have to go probably. Let's make sure the Tinkerer goes first. Okay, so they are moving and attacking. So stun shot. Here. And then a quick heal. Don't think I played Potent Potables yet. No, I haven't. So now I want to do just a normal move 2 is fine. There we go again. It's my usual luck. Okay. So we'll move 3. I want to try to do as much damage as I can to this guy. Like, we need to get these guys done. How much is he going to attack for? Attack for 3. So do I want to use the stun hammer? Yes. Okay. We'll use our potion as well. Okay, so both of these are stunned. Now this room looks smaller at least. So we'll use this and then we can use that to get up towards the door. I don't want to move through the door. So now what does... Do I short rest? Everyone else is going to be able to long rest. Is there a way the Tinkerer can take care of... that in any way? Not really. Okay, so how do we... Okay, so you're going to have to short rest, I think, and make sure that you take care of it. Okay. We'll just use the default attack on this, I think, to go fast, and then we'll just move it somewhere. Where do we want to move to? Probably going to move 3. Yeah, we'll do special mixture. So Tinkerer. So you want? I want you to use potent potables. I just want your healing up. And then we'll just move 2. Okay, 66. Initiative. So we'll... Default attack here, please work. +1, good. And we're just going to move up towards the door. So I want you here. That gives the brute a chance to go in from the other way. Potent potables. We'll pick up a bit of gold. Default attack. Okay, that's where we hit the +2. Nice work, Gloomhaven. So can I go here without opening the door? We'll just stand here, it's okay. Skip. Okay. So everyone's gonna long rest. So you don't need to long rest. Okay, fine, we're gonna have to short rest the brute. Fine, grab and grow. So you need to have a fairly high movement card. Move 3 being able to push seems helpful. Then maybe the stun. Or attack 2 and disarm. Let's go with the provoking roar. Let's get you to move into a position to use ink bomb. That's going to be later on. Yeah, because I can either heal, that seems a good combination. If I need to heal because Brute's taking a bunch of damage, I've got some movement here. If I use the movement, I can do better. So ideally you're going to move 5 and probably smoke bomb to prepare yourself for next. And you want to go... Ah, I need to go after the brute though. Brute, can you go slightly earlier? Yes. That's fine. Okay. So move. Through the door. Okay. So I don't know if this is better or worse than last time. We have 3 elites, 2 normals, and 2 skeletons. That seems disgusting. So these are moving and attacking, moving and attacking, moving 5 and attacking. So, no, attacking and attacking. So right now these guys are going to move 1. So I can stop here. So she's going to move 5 and she can sneak and be invisible. So she can get over here. Do a big backstab and then run away. And then Tinker is in a good position to ink bomb something. Okay, so you're going to skip. Do I need to move it in 1 more? So from here I can get pretty good ink bomb in. So I don't think they need to move any further. So we'll skip. And then we'll skip the attack. End the brute's turn. So you are going to go around here, I think, and then become invisible. So what cards do I have that I want to use next turn? So I might want Venom Shiv back. Do I want Throwing Knives or Venom Shiv? So Throwing Knives doubled would be... helpful. Let's get the Throwing Knives. Because I've also got Thieves' Knack for extra damage. Yeah, and I've got Thieves' Knack. Yeah. Okay, that seems good. This gives me a good turn for next turn. Okay. So where's the best place to drop an ink bomb? So I could get an ink bomb on those 2 over there if I move 4. Definitely need to get behind the brute, because if I'm not behind the brute... Oh damn it, I hit the wrong card. I wanted the move 6 card. Never mind. Okay, we're going to have to ink bomb next time around then. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm moving the microphone slightly, it's adjusted while I've been sitting here. So I think I need to get something that's got some shield on. I could do a really big trample. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got the boot of speed, that's how I'm counting 6. Get over there, and then... Can we do a... Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6. And then a big whack. What if I did that? So it's got my Pierce card on it. I want to save that if at all possible, because I'm never going to be able to kill the living bones. Attack 3, range 3. I don't want to move too far because I like the fact I can't get attacked too much. And those living bones hit quite hard. But I've got things like, if I went really late, Leaping Cleave is a nice way to hit 2 of the things in front of me. And Shield Bash is a nice way to stun them. And Spare Dagger lets me attack something at the back. Okay. So I need a big attack. And I need to be able to move. So I think we're doing Throwing Knives. And then Thieves' Knack. And we're just going to try and get away up here. Tinkerer. You're going to short rest. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so you've got some more turns. And we should be able to get a good ink bomb out this turn. What do we do? So that next turn I probably want to use Reinvigorating Elixir. And a stun shot. Now do I do that earlier or later? So what if I stun the big dude? And what are you playing? Spare Dagger. Leaping Cleave. Just don't know if he has... Shield Bash seems needed. So he's not getting close, I don't need to stun him. I could stun that elite though, that would seem nice. And then we'll do that, okay. Ah, but that's a top and a top card, so what do I want as the bottom card? We'll get one bit of healing on, that's okay. Okay, let's give it a try. So we want to do the attack multiple targets here while we're invisible, because that's going to allow us to deal more damage. So we want to attack 1, 2 targets here. Because we had the double damage from the invisibility. 5. Then we're going to flee away. Now these are moving, attacking, just attacking. Living Bones just shielded. So where do I want to move to? I think we just move here. So that we're ready for next turn. I was really hoping one of these would move very slightly, because then I'd get a slightly better ink bomb. See if we think it's still worthwhile doing the ink bomb, especially given the living corpse has shielded itself. So if we get really brave, we could go forwards. But then we'd given ourselves exposed to 3 living corpses. I think we don't do that. We'll put the shield on. And I think we'll just have to skip the attack. So the best place for my ink bomb is probably here, because I can hit 2 and deal a reasonable amount of damage. Nope, it's only let me hit 1. I thought I had line of sight over there. I do. Clear targets. Nope. Okay, that's better. We're hitting 2 now. Let's put the initiative goggles on. Let's see how we get on. Okay, that was quite a lot of damage. We're not going to do the movement. We are going to take the heal, though. Okay, and we'll end at Tinker's turn. So using Spare Dagger, I've got some range that I can attack here. So is this where I go for some trample? I try and save trample to get the pierce, because I know I'm going to have trouble killing these skeletons at the end. But I could try that once. Okay, short rest over here. That's okay. So I can move 2 and attack 2. That's easy. I can move 5 and then I can... Just going early and throwing out more damage doesn't seem the end of the world. And then where would I want to move for next turn? Do that. Let's go with the retaliate, because if I do get attacked this turn, that seems okay. Ah! I can't retaliate and do that. Okay. Let's get trample lined up, so we might want to use it. Net shooter isn't the end of the world. And let's do revigorating elixir. So the scoundrel's turn. Going to attack these 2 just to keep putting some damage on them. And I'm not going to move at this turn with the scoundrel, because that's going to take me closer to where I don't want to be. So everyone's... Ah, I was meant to go later than that. Never mind. Move 2. So I'm trying to count out the moves here. If we use this one, we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're better off sort of heading that way. Now, where do I want to end up? Here, I think, because I don't want both of them... wherever I go, both of them are going to be able to attack me. So if I'm... And I'm going to get 9 damage with my 10 health. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we killed one of them off. do have the ability to immobilize, so that's what I think we'll go with. Now, can I... So my line of sight doesn't seem to work. And I got the timing wrong because I was supposed to recover my brutes cards. Okay. We have not done this one well. Well, we killed something fairly big. That's not bad. And we'll just use the move and we'll skip. One of the things I've definitely struggled with in this run has been trying to make sure I'm using both the top and bottom part of the cards each round. As we've got into these places with crazy numbers of monsters, I have in general found it hard to make sure we're using all of our abilities every single time around. I need to give that a bit more thought. Okay, we're going to have to short rest. That's fine. Ideally, we're dealing out a bunch of damage to this guy. Okay, so I think a shield bash to stun him. And then maybe some kind of move card. And then push him away so he doesn't attack us. That seems okay. So attack for 3. And then we can move away for 2, but I'm still quite slow. Okay. So we're going to have to short rest. That's okay. So this way I can go faster. I'm going to attack 3. Because I've got 2 chances of making sure we kill it. And then the Tinkerer. So stun shot. So I can stun shot that one. I could do some looting. Or I could work on moving 6. So I think this one dies. This one definitely gets stunned. And then we push that one away. I just don't think I've got enough cards to deal enough damage. And we're going to try and use this to get into a better position with the Tinkerer. Okay, so the skeletons are just shielding. The living corpses are moving. We hit a -1 modifier again. You're going to move here. They are moving, so they will... This guy will come back to me. Where do I want to push you? Let's push you that way. He's stunned, so I can move over here to try and help out next turn. Scoundrel. So we want to use this one first because the only place we have movement is on the bottom card. I'm going to move over here. This guy's stunned, so it's safe to move next to him. And then we'll have to go early next turn and try and deal enough damage to him. shield. We don't have any cards discarded, so it's not worth doing that. We can attack 3. So I want to attack 10 and disarm him. That way he can't attack me. And then we'll go with Spare Dagger as well. With any luck, that will kill him. So she has to short rest, because she only has 1 card left. I think that's okay. It's probably the best one that we could have. Because now I've got an attack top and an attack bottom for 5 damage on a 5 damage individual. Tinkerer. Okay, so you need to short rest too. That one's okay. So what does the most damage? Hooked gun. Let's go with a stun shot, just to make sure I can take care of him. Then we'll do a loot 2. If I loot 2... So if I burn the card, I exhaust myself, so I shouldn't do that. Then we'll do a move 1 and heal allies. Then we can move over here. That seems good. Just not sure we have enough damage to get through everything. Let's find out. So we're going to attack 2, disarm. He's going to poison, attack 5. These guys are moving 2, attacking 3. That's 3. So close. So we'll start by stunning him. Actually, do we want to stun him? Might help if he moved a bit closer to us. To save the brute some time. Let's try it. We need to do some damage. We're going to move here. And we'll at least, we'll at least be able to heal our allies slightly. So now we need to get a couple of good rolls on the scoundrel. We're going to start with this because the other one has a move. So if we get lucky and hit a 2x and finish him off this turn, we could move and better position ourselves. So just a +0 or better, please. Yes. Okay. We're getting there. Just not sure we have enough cards left to not exhaust. Ouch. Okay, so we took the poison, but nothing else. Okay, so short rest. I wanted to keep the attack that has 2 on it. Leaping Cleave, yes. So I think we Leaping Cleave here. And we have no choice but to Spare Dagger as well, I think. I don't think we're in danger of dying from that guy. Okay, so she only has 2 cards left, so she is now officially meat shield material. Okay, Tinkerer. So you can short rest and you'll get 1 more turn, yes. Stun shot, okay. So I can heal the brute. And I could loot everything within 2, or I could attack and heal for 1. Let's try that, and we'll do the heal, do the loot. It's possible we're too late anyway. Okay, so they're going very early and they're shielding. So he is attacking 6. So I think we try and heal Brute. Ah, all that did was remove the poison. We've fallen into that trap before. Pick up some loot. Okay, I think this is game over again. Okay, let's give it a try. So we need a big roll here. -1 ain't gonna do it. Okay, end Brute's turn. Tinker is exhausted. Okay, so we get one more go. We're going to attack 2 for disarm, and we can move 3. Move 1, attack 2, heal. Okay, so -1 isn't going to work for us. He's moving 1. There's no point in us moving. Okay, I think this is where the Brute exhausts this turn. Yep. We'll try a long rest. Maybe this guy will get an attack, so he suffers 1 damage. So if we'd got him 1 further down, we would have, by sheer luck, have him kill himself. But it's not going to work this time around. Okay, especially not when we get a 2x on us. Okay, well, we tried. We failed this one twice. I'm going to call the end of the stream here. Thanks for watching,